Alright, welcome everyone to today's stream of Subnautica. Just forewarning, Streamlabs OBS, which is my streaming client, decided to wipe my entire YouTube configuration and replace it with a copy of my Twitch configuration. So if there's some weirdness today, that is why. I basically found out only a short while ago I was going to have to rebuild everything. So I've been having to try and scrounge together my setup again from my backup files. So hopefully no problems, but just fair warning if there is. And hello Brody and Ballistics Boy, thanks for joining in. Everybody else that's joined in. We're going to have hopefully more people joining soon. But basically we're going to do some more building day. I have gathered up a lot of lithium is the main thing. A lot of lithium. So we can increase the hull strength again and be able to finish the windows in the zoo. We're still, of course, having stuttering from things, and I'm actually noticing more terrain issues because we're getting to that point that everything's just like, I don't have enough processing power to run. It's just really pushing the limit of what the game and the game engine can handle at this point with the base, because I'm even getting stuttering, you know, just swimming around normally. I have points where, like, yesterday I got on to play and start some resource gathering, and what happened? It did not even render in the reddish hue of the surrounding area. It was the blue of the upper ocean area, like how we've got that kind of glow. That was not there. It was just dark blue. No lava, vents, anything rendered in for about 3 minutes after I started playing. It's just really getting at a point where the game engine just can't handle a base of this size. Yes, the building is just so big, the game cannot keep up. I think it's just, you know, more to the engine than necessarily the game components, but I'm sure the way certain things were handled in the game and by the developers does not help with that, especially however they're calculating the hull strength level. It definitely has a bit of pause when it has to put all those numbers together. We're back up. I know I was down to, I think I got down to 30 or 40 in hull strength last stream before I called it an end, and so now I'm back up about 200 points higher than that. So that should allow for enough building to finish at least the glass windows everywhere that we have left. I do have more quartz on my Cyclops, but I did have to move the Cyclops to a new position to try and have access to all the lithium in it. So hopefully this is close enough. That should work for most of this. It's not so bad when I'm out of the area, but when I'm in the area or looking in the general direction of the base, everything kind of starts to struggle a lot. And I actually had it where coming in back down this last time through the tunnel, we've seen in past streams how the tunnel will not load completely, and I'll have to stop and allow for terrain to load in front of me. I could actually see all of the windows of the zoo up in the tunnel. I was in the tunnel and it just had a clear shot where it showed the windows of this piece of the structure because the terrain had not loaded in. So that definitely is not something helping with the performance on this. If I can see the windows, which that's been in the game since before full release. That's been a bug for a while. Mainly when you're in the Cyclops. But, yeah. This is really starting to push it. So I don't think we're going to be able to get too much bigger overall on the size of this. Going to be more focusing on what we have, decorating what we have, and then expanding a little bit more in the top platform. So I am open, as always, to some suggestions on what else we can put on the top platform. Start building out there. I should still have a lot of titanium at the moment. which should make things easy. And I've got a lot of the materials for like fiber and everything done that we'll need for decorations already stockpiled, so I should be pretty much good for doing that part today. Also, if you have not looked in the description, I do have a new mod since last week. Last week we did the new ion cube generator, and per Prime Sonic's suggestion, I replaced the miner speed, something like that, mod that I was using previously with the drill damage mod, which he said has better consistency in terms of working with the big outcroppings that you drill. So far it's worked more consistently, but it's still not 100%. I've still run into issues where it actually went slower than if I just didn't have the mod at all. But for the most part, it has worked fairly well. So I'm out of quartz again. That or I'm not close enough. We'll move a little closer just to make sure I wasn't at that very edge of the allowable reach we have for this. We'll just back up. I know I'm gonna have to go up to gather supplies today. Hey, Lee. Yeah, we're gonna... Well, I don't know about... We're not gonna go just yet. I just want to get this moving back so I have everything closer. So that has to be in range. If I have an alert now that I don't have enough, or I can't build, then yeah, I'm out of quartz again. Nope, I was just out of range. Okay. Just right there, the very edge of the reach of it. So hopefully this will work. I cannot remember how much quartz I still had left from last stream, since I kind of got a little low on the hull integrity. See if we can get this done. I want all the windows finally done. I want to be able to say the zoo is at least construction-wise done. Then all I have to do is gather some plants and we'll add some more decorative stuff like that, which should be easy. I have been playing some more with the power consumption on the ion cube generator. I've actually kicked it all the way up to the maximum speed on the ion cube generator, and get busy working on something and come back to find that my power has gone from like 7,000 total to over 10,000 because it filled up its 4 item storage capacity, and basically everything just started recharging fine from there. So it's interesting that that's happening because it should be all going through thermal. But before I had the nuclear reactor and the ion cube generator, I had all thermal, and just the lights alone, the spotlights, like 27 spotlights, something like that, was enough to drain almost equally to what the thermal plants were producing. So I don't know really if that is going to be, if that is an effect of the nuclear reactor kicking in when it shouldn't, or something else. Hey, Gear Guy, thanks for joining in. I'm still going to call you Gear Guy. I said I could because I'm not even going to try to pronounce that right. I know I would get it wrong. Even if I was told exactly how to say it, I'm sure I would get it wrong. You'll still just be Gear Guy. A tour thing to Big Mama? What do you mean, like a... we've already kind of talked. I wanted to do a long tunnel leading down to the, containment facility, but because of the problems with performance right now, I don't think we're going to get a long tube connection. I could build a separate facility down there that's got like a big entrance type thing, maybe a little parking area. Ooh, that could be interesting. I mean, it's not going to be the easiest thing with the big guy down there, but it'd be so much easier if we had like normal, where we have foundations, if we had walls too. So you could build a box enclosure of sorts. And that way I could just basically build, here's an enclosed box area, and that would be like a parking garage for Cyclops, Sea Moth, Prawsuit, whatever. Put them inside and keep them safe from the big guy down there. That would be kind of interesting if we could do that. I mean, I could make a little parking tube spot like I've done here, but that doesn't really protect. It'd be nice if I could do something to protect against him. And then I guess you just mean, you know, a separate facility like inside, because I've already got those pieces I still have not been back to work on. Little tube base that was going to be for the Stalker Teeth farm. I could always, I mean, it's well lit inside, but I could do like a display thing where there's all these spotlights on Big Mama. Make it look like it's, you know, here's the memorial to Big Mama who gave her life for her children so that we can be cured of this nasty infection we got swimming in the water here on this planet. My cuttlefish are doing fine. I still need to find the other eggs for that. Alright, so we got one column there still to fits. See how all my friends have started populating. You know, not as vibrant. I really wish there was more placement option or spaces in the plant bed part of the containments, because you don't really get much. It'd be nice if we had like multiple pieces, like they show them on a, like, here's a design, you got 4 here, 6 here kind of thing, so you have these sections that it spreads it out. That'd be kind of nice. I have not gotten to upgrade the Discord server. That's on my to-do list to work on. Believe me, it's been on my to-do list, but I've been trying to hurry up and finish a website to start acting as like the central hub for everything, so no matter where somebody comes from, they have everything to do with it. It'll tie in with like the Discord and all that. And the other night I was working on it. Again, created a bunch of new graphics for it, following the documentation for the WordPress theme I'm using, or was using. And even though I followed the documentation, it gave a problem when I put the images in. They did not scale like they were supposed to be scaling. And that was just one, you know, one more problem in a long-running list of problems I had with that theme. So I decided to bite the bullet and start completely from scratch. So I'm rebuilding with a brand new theme and redoing all the images, everything. So I'm trying to get that done. I would like to have it done before the start of June. So I've got a lot of work I'm trying to do with that. And if I get that done, then the Discord will be my next thing on the list to do a major overhaul on it and get it back up to where it needs to be and up and active again. Getting the remaining eggs in this episode, we could try. I still need to go and gather supplies in the end, so I mean, for whatever we're going to do, I'm going to need supplies. Especially in the Cyclops, if we're going to start building another, well, depends on how I build that, if I build a facility down there for Big Mama. I did think about the idea of just being over the top, obnoxiously unnecessary, considering I already have a nuclear reactor and 40 thermal plants built. I thought about building a long running chain of power connectors leading up to some solar panel installation. Like some big massive solar farm like I did in my 3rd season of gameplay on the floating island. But I have it where it's a separate thing, just connected all through a long series of power transmitters, because I've got a lot of gold. And as I thought about it, I wanted to do it through the tunnel that way, and the problem there is I have that gate base, so I'm pretty sure as I start building through that section, the power transmitters will automatically link to it, and since you do not have an option of saying, tell this transmitter to connect here, like, you know, connecting wires in Fallout, you know, the switches, the power switches in Planet Nomads, things like that, I would probably build it all and then get to that point where the gateway base gets all the power and not this. Thank you, Marxus. Yeah, this is definitely one of those things that I've done big bases before, and you know, it was not as enjoyable as it is now, because that was just me gathering supplies, doing a live stream, gathering supplies, doing a lot, or not doing a live stream, but gathering supplies, recording a video, gathering supplies, recording video. So it was a lot more of me focusing specifically on just the task at hand and that very repetitive effort. But, you know, getting to do this in live stream is the only way I tolerate it now, because I get to chat with all of you. That is part of the good part. Below zero base, I'm actually waiting to even consider how I'm going to build in that game big base wise until we get more of the building options added to the game. And we're missing a lot of components right now, you know. So my current base is like, here's the moon pool, here's a scanner room, and then here's a stack of multi-purpose rooms, and that's it. That's all I've got done right now. So it depends on what they add from this game to it, if they decide to leave any specific items out, and of course how much we get in terms of the new building options. Obviously we'll have certain ones that are, yeah, you can't build this underwater because of pressure issues, but you can build this larger room on land, like we've already got, we've gotten to see in the game during the story part. So if they do that, you know, if we get those big building options on land, I definitely will be focusing more on a big land base in Below Zero this on that game rather than what I've done in here so far, because, you know, there's more land area in that game anyway. It's kind of a bleak area. It's not the most visually appealing, but whenever they finish the game and the glacial basin is completely done, and it's like, this is not changing any further, we're not going to decide to redo some of the walking paths or whatever, I'll probably build some big land-based setup in the glacial basin, and then have it connecting, like, instead of a, you know, dock system there, have a tube that connects down to an underwater dock where you enter into that tunnel to the basin. Vesper high? I don't know if we'll be able to build that high. I mean, I've built pretty high in this game before, and it was a bit of a pain, just on the fact of having to, just the time consumption for it, because I had to build a eye connector, build a hatch on top, climb out the hatch, build the next multi-purpose rooms, take off or get back in, remove the hatch, remove the eye connector, add ladders, climb up, do it again. So I don't know if I would be trying to do a big tower again. That might be something to consider long term, like just not big focus, but build a few, you know, levels here and there on every, if I'm doing live streams for Below Zero like I'm doing for this, maybe every live stream at the end we go to a base like that there's just a big tower, and all we do is add a few more pieces to the column until it gets completely done. I like Below Zero for the most part. I like the fact that it's you know, separate story. We've got new elements to the story. I really hope they work on getting more of the audio done, because that definitely helps with the immersion into it rather than just having to read the text with no audio for it. But I'm also hoping they do a lot more tweaking with the sea truck. I feel that is one of the most underwhelming parts of the game so far. It's just, there's so many more things they could do with the sea truck. They really have got to add to it, or it's just going to end up being like, yeah, this is not that useful. I think most people end up just skipping it in their gameplay in the end if they don't do a lot to improve upon it. Snowfox definitely needs some tweaking because the performance with that is really kind of bad in the game right now. You're going and it's stuttering because of the movement speed, and then you tell it to stop, but it doesn't respond for a couple seconds, and then when it responds, it's too late that you go over a cliff. So I don't know how high I've built. I did build a big tower in my third season in the floating island in the, you know, inner pool, and I built it pretty high and then did, like, you know, had a little diving platform off of it. But I don't remember how high I went. I really didn't try to go that high with it. It's just a, you know, you get that you're building up this high and then you have a belly flop and it's like you've got 5 minutes of fun out of it, but how many hours of gathering to supplies and then building the different levels and doing that to get a few minutes of fun to, you know, go and jump off of it. I think that was more of a, I'm going to do this just to say I did it kind of thing. I'd rather just be like, you know, build a bigger base with a lot of functionality to it instead. Like this. This is way overkill, but it has functionality. It's not just a big straight tower. Hi, Freddy. Yeah, no spamming, please. Alright, so I've got nothing in here from this. Freddy, hi, I see you, but if you're going to keep spamming, I'm going to have to mute you. Please stop spamming. Say hi once and then leave it. I think I've still got, yeah, I've still got them there, so I need to move them at some point. Alright, please stop spamming, Freddy and Rollin. No more spamming hi. Yes. Alright, so quick check through the zoo. I think I actually have it for the most part done, other than getting a few of the decoration plants. So shallows, not really worried about the plants so much there. That's kind of the look of the shallows right there. We've got that going, which is really the theme of the kelp forest. Plateaus. Wonder if I can actually get some of the red grass. Anything like that. I've got a bunch more ion cubes thanks to the ion cube generator mod we've got now. Oh wait, that's the decorator. We need the seed decorator. We'll have to move that. Land plants, trees, tropical plants. Yep, sorry Freddy, if you're gonna keep doing that, you're being muted now. Alright, let's see, what was I looking for? Red fern stuff. I don't have red ferns. I do have red coral. almost the same. I mean, it's the same color, not the same look entirely. But we could use that in a pinch, I guess. Not sure where the translucent alien algae is supposed to be from. I'm assuming it'd be kind of somewhere deeper. I don't know. I mean, some of the plants are very universal. I don't want to do that. I'd rather focus on the more interesting ones, the ones that give that cosmetic flair to each location. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take this out. Since I am done outside, that at least gives me some resources back. Takes a moment. You know, with this many pieces in the base, it does take a moment for it to think about what the total value is for everything. Blood kelp, we've got that going there. Oh yeah, this is the one I did a little bit more. You see how it spreads out like around the chamber, but you don't really get that visual control to it. I would like to have had something more visually representative of where things go, and more spaces in each of these so you can put more stuff. Crag fields, really, I mean, that's crags. And the dunes, I still need to figure out how I'm going to do this. The dunes, I've got that one, and what was it? The Lost River. Lost River really has not that much in it, but I could do a few plants, I guess. Maybe throw some more alien, you know, skeletons in there, because we do have the skeletons available in the decorations fabricator. I'll do that. Let's see. Just sea dragon. No, I'm not gonna do that one. We got. Oh, we'll do that. Throw a couple of these in there. Come here. Isn't there one in that area that looks like this? No, there's one in the lava area. Yeah, we'll just do one there. Glowing flower beds. We've already kind of got that going, and I don't want to go too heavy on that, because once you add too many of the really luminous plants for that, it gets a little too bright. I've seen where it's almost like you can't really even bear to be around that area. It's so bright. And Gear God, that's fine. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, and thank you, Marcis, on the congrats on 15K subs. We've been there for a little while. We got about maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Yeah, alright. That's right. These I just gotta play. So, no. There. So like that. We'll do like that. And we're gonna throw you there. And now I'll go. Let's get some of the really luminous ones. You know, I know the coral. Got the pyro coral that likes to be in the tunnel section pretty heavily in spots. We'll use that. And then for the pools, we've got the little, not amoeboids, but similar to that, I believe. Plants. I know I've built some of those. That's... No, not that. We'll be doing some of these, and then, what was it? There was... Of course, Lost River, I could throw one of these in there. You know, we'll do, not that, the... Yeah, the cove tree. We'll put a little mini cove tree in there. And the brine lily. Let's say that one. Lost River plant, brine lily. Again, thank you, Prime Sonic, for the ion cube generator and was it FC Studios? That is helping so much. I think that's going to be all I can squeeze in there, depending on the size of the. Let's look. Yeah, that's the entire Lost River plant bed there. I know the weather balloon was already, I'd messed with it in creative mode briefly, and it's still, you know, there's still a lot that has to be done with it from what I saw at that point. But yeah, that'd be kind of nice to let you know when it's about to be a big blizzard, because, you know, the blizzards, you can't see anything when they're going up top. Makes it hard to find your way through at times. Alright, there we go. That'll work. I'll just go get the 2 different fish specimens that I can use in there. Sparse reef really is sparse, so we're not gonna worry about that. Dunes, not gonna worry about that. I need to get the fish, and that was the one that has so many different specimens to collect. Oh yeah, that's right. We were in the dunes last time too, collecting some of those. I can't remember if we got all of them or not. I feel like maybe we did. If so, they would be in my Cyclops. And we'll let the cove tree grow, be just like these. So I've got most of the different specimens here, different ones. I've still got some space there. I've got this whole one here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I like the glowy part leading over here because this is, well, living area, but also food production over there. Once we decide what we're going to do on this and keep it permanent, I might add another row on this side for the same thing. I feel like I want to do something completely different with this part. Like, I really kind of almost want to have a section that comes here, and instead of going there, it connects over here into a little group of things, and we have this split in the middle to here, going here, and then something on that side too. Just not sure what yet. Hi, Brody. Hello, Jim. No, I don't have a garden designer diploma. I try to go for symmetry just for the fact that, you know, a little bit more visually pleasing. But, you know, in some cases, that just doesn't work. Especially in this case where certain things do not take up the entire size of a certain area, so you can't snap them in the way you might want. Well, let's see. I know we got specimens last time. Yeah, we got a bunch of specimens. Let's see. Biomes. What the... I don't remember if I actually would need this or not this time. So let me pull the biomes information up and make sure we have everything for the dunes. We have everything fish-wise. We'll go ahead and put them in. So, dunes have 2 boomerang. We have 2 the 2 Gary fish, 2 gasopod, 2 hoop fish, 2 peeper, 2 sand shark, the shuttle bug. Where was it? Shuttle mesmer. Okay, I don't have mesmer. I'm missing shuttle bugs. And I got 2 spadefish. We can forget the shuttle bug this time. That's fine. They're not that attractive looking anyway. So that leaves that much for the biome of the dunes. Rabbit rays? Rabbit rays are not listed on the fauna of the dunes. They're in some of the other locations. Trying to go based on what... Stick mostly to what the wiki says. I know in some cases we've had discrepancy. People saying, you know, that should be part of it. But I think it's also based on how certain biomes overlap. So we're just going to stick with this set. Shuttle bugs are just not that... They're not that visually appealing. The crackfills and then dunes. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna do this. That's a lot of specimens in here. Oh. Shuttlebug eggs? Yes. They're hard to find, but I've got them in a couple of places. Yeah, like there, shuttlebug egg. Or shuttlebugs. They're just not easy to find at times. You have to, there's certain places where you can find them. I think most of the time, you know, build a scanner room. Even if it's just temporary, it helps a lot. So we have that. So, yeah, I'm going to say, other than the couple of specimens for Lost River and the other cuttlefish eggs, pretty much the specimen stuff is done for this. Maybe some plants here and there. The lovely land flora room with all the extras I was able to, you know, craft from the seeds fabricator. Oh, and my power level is shot way back up. That means I have a full stack of ion cubes to remove. Trying to keep tabs on it to make sure I keep them rotated so I build up a big stockpile of ion cubes with a lot more ease than going down there and sitting to gather. But yeah, we got 4. This is such a great addition to the game. Oh, this is so much easier to deal with and looks very nice. Has like a good blend of Altera and, you know, precursor type styling to it. And you see I've got it clocked up to high. I've turned it up to max, which is good. It still is a good steady drain, but max will really drain my power down a bit more. No, cuttlefish no longer breed. They bred briefly at one point, I believe, when they first were released into the game, because I'm pretty sure I was able to get mine to breed. But they do not normally breed. No, they're kind of, that's one of the reasons why, like, people ask, why don't you have the cuttlefish, you know, power information in the spreadsheet for bioreactor fuels? Because the cuttlefish cannot be put in the bioreactor. That's to make sure you don't accidentally mulch one of them, because you can't breed any more of them. Alright, so we're empty on that. I need to actually make more storage in here too. I don't know how much I have in magnetite right now. Got a whole 2 floors here left to do. Obviously, I don't need this much storage, especially at this point. If there was a docking mechanism for the Cyclops to dump its contained, you know, resources over to the base, I would have this place filled up. I would fill this place with resources, but there is no mechanism for that right now, even with mods that I've seen. So we'll just see how many of these I can get in before I run out of supplies. Oh, and I'm already either out of titanium or out of magnetite. I've got 2 columns of 3 multi-purpose rooms still to do. So, yeah. We'll do, you know what, let's decorate. I've got plenty of supplies for that. We can do the decoration stuff now. Well, I've got this one done. Nice and fairly open, nothing too extravagant, you know, just a decent little place. I think I actually want to keep them, rather than uniform, the case that, oh yeah, you are an individual, or this couple's, you know, different people, they get to put in their own thing. So, we're gonna have, I may not have glass for this. I don't have glass for this. Okay, more stuff I'll have to get. Let's see, what can I build for this, though? We'll do, wall planner, you know. Wow, I'm out of titanium. Or am I just far enough from my Cyclops? That's what it is. All my titanium is on the Cyclops right now. Let me, let's just bring it closer if I can get down. True sided, you should try Subnautica. It's a very well done game. At least the original one is. Below Zero still remains to be seen how it ultimately ends once they finish development, but yeah. If you haven't played it, you should definitely give it a try.
Engine powering up.
Alright, let's go away from the zoo. What am I not? Which way? Okay, let me turn this way instead then. We'll go park towards the habitat area. Maybe, you know, make sure I'm high enough I'm not going to hit the other Cyclops.
Engine powering down.
Alright. I don't know if there's a hard-coded limit on how many, like, items you can build, like where it says you cannot build any further. If so, then I'm sure somewhere somebody would have already, you know, achieved that just by building smaller components. Like, if there's just an item count limit, I would expect that to be the way to test it. In terms of how many singular pieces you can have connected into a base, that's something we could test here, obviously. This time, we might be able to find that out. We'll put it like that. You know what? We're gonna be very individualized. I want to have everybody having their own little design thing. We're gonna be a little kooky with this. We're gonna do like here, you know, instead of like a zigzag, we'll just do it at like a downward angle like that. There we go. Very nice. We'll do... do like the long couch thing here. Be more of a lounge type one than the other room. Actually, we'll stack. Make a long, like a day bed. You know, just a little place, take a quick little nap downstairs if they're a little tired. We're gonna do the non-functional forklift. Yeah, we gotta have a toy forklift. Go with the funny Markiplier. Not the normal Markiplier. And we'll have a little, you know, the cat doll, because if there's kids here, then hey, you know, might want that. I don't know why you'd have kids in a, you know, location like this, but maybe somebody's like a top scientist and they're like, I've got to have my family, so they bring the family. Yeah, so we got that. What else we do? We can do, we're gonna do paintings. All right, we're gonna do we gotta do a bed. We're gonna do a nice quilted double bed. Just, you know, gonna let me line it up. Oh, had that green for a second. There we go. We're not building Tonka trucks. Workout room. I did the like entertainment room. We don't really have anything we can use for the visuals of like weightlifting in this. Now, I mean, I guess you wanted to be like swimming as a recreation, yeah, we could have had a big like little area for a pool, but that would make more sense topside rather than doing it here. We're gonna do the chair first, followed by, you know what, we'll do a plain desk this time, not a covered up desk. We'll do, you know, nice picture. They're gonna probably want some kind of picture. Well, I don't know. We'll wait about that. I still need to try to put together pictures for all the zoo pieces. That's becoming. That's gonna be a big fun project there. And we'll do the table if I have the supplies for it. Yes. So it's like a drink table for the end. This is, yeah, like, I don't know, maybe not there. If it wasn't for a ladder, I would be like, we put a TV up. We, you know, had a full-size TV thing. I don't want the lab cart. Let's go, decoration mod. There we go. Like, I know I've got stuff in here. We're gonna do a wall computer because, hey, maybe you need to be able to send email. Yeah, we need merchandise stuff like this. I'm so surprised that they never did anything like that. You know, here's a bunch of Subnautica themed toys like that. We'll just have a sign-in thing. Like, you know, they're logging into their Twitch account, their YouTube account, whatever, you know, they gotta sign into it. Yeah, it surprises me we don't have, especially as successful as the original game has become, it's really surprising we don't have an option like, hey, Unknown Worlds is selling you sea moth models and stuff like that. You know, I mean, look at Minecraft. Minecraft was massively popular, and we've got all these little toys and everything for it. Why not do the same thing for this? I mean, this is not quite as popular as Minecraft was, but, I mean, this was a, you know, really well-received game. They did kind of miss out on some opportunity there. Peeper plushie, just because the Peeper has the big eye. Right? There we go. You know, you think they'd be like, all right, Cuttlefish, we made this cute thing. Let's go full Star Wars Ewok style and have a, you know, have Cuttlefish toys at least that people can buy. And speaking of Cuttlefish toy, we're going to make the Cuttlefish doll. Or Cuttlefish plush toy. I'd buy a Cuttlefish plush toy for my dog to play with. I think he'd get a kick out of it. Especially trying to tear it apart. Alright, I'm going to stand. Ah! That weirdness with the way they did that. There we go. Had to stick my head through the roof, but it worked. Peeper is the Subnautica mascot? You mean Markiplier's not the mascot? With the pink mustache? Yeah, I mean, everything is getting into kind of that whole merchandising and decoration stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of extra money on the table there that they can get if they merchandise for stuff like that. I mean, was it World of Warcraft did the cosmetic store, like one of the first items they put on it was a $25 mount, you know, virtual mount in the game, and I think they sold like 1 million of them in the first month. So you're talking, yeah, 1 month. How much time did it take to implement that new mount design in the game and put it up on the storefront and implement the storefront? I'm pretty sure it was not $25 million worth of, you know, payroll for that. So yeah, that cosmetic stuff, the accessories, things like that, there's a lot of money available for, you know, companies that do that sort of thing. Like, I'm waiting for a big explosion on the Fortnite, like, toys and stuff like that, based around certain popular, you know, character themes. Would not surprise me. Do I get OCD playing this? Not so much. It's more of, you know, I try to play it to the point where I want it, you know, when it looks good, when it's got some sense of symmetry to it. It doesn't have to, but I like it to have that. I think I'm actually going to change this one up. We're going to do, not that, we're going to do the plane. I feel like I maybe did this same arrangement that I'm about to do already in one of the other ones. I feel like that. Oh, there we go. All right, I've got a nice little look to it. I don't like these blank walls though. That's, oh, and that, speaking of blank walls, I have some wiggle room on my hull integrity right now. Not a lot, but I do have some. We're gonna put this, even though I'm looking, I think, into a rock column. That's all it is. I think, yeah, a little bit of lava lighting there, and then, you know, you got a decent little view there. A little bit of the zoo. Alright, I feel like this looks pretty decent. I don't know if I want to put anything where it's facing towards another person's home. Like, you might be looking in their window, you know? It's like you don't want to, you don't have your blinds open facing towards your neighbor that also has their blinds open, so you're kind of looking in each other's houses. At least I'm not familiar with that sort of thing occurring commonly, so maybe I'm the weird one. Maybe everybody likes to sit there and look at their inside their neighbor's windows. I just find that a little odd. No, we'll do this one, and this is gonna be like your seat when you're sitting down to put your boots on. You know, you're gonna sit here, sit down, slip your shoes on from your wardrobe, and then get ready to go. Yeah, no voyeur hub. No, we got enough voyeurism in this where we get to go watch fish in the big zoo that I built. That's enough voyeurism for this game. What else can we put in? Oh, you know, we can do a couple of little plants in here too. We'll do like, yeah, instead of just the green wall, we'll do like a little some greenery right here. Yeah, like that. You know, it helps with the air quality. Let me think. What do we want to put in? It's gotta be a special plant, not just a normal one. We don't need a bulbo tree or anything like that. We need decorative. We need good looking. Do like a, yeah, the tree. That turned out pretty well in one. We'll do one of those, even though it's gonna grow kind of big. Oh, well, there's another one. I always could go with the amphibious giant cove tree. You know what? This, we'll go with this one. Yeah. Lantern fruit tree. No, we're gonna try to go away from the standard ones as much as we can in these. That's too simple and straightforward. Everybody can do that. We're making it use of the mods in this. So yeah, that's going to grow very tall. That won't, which is good because it's right next to there. I don't want to put anything there. Maybe we'll put, you know what, we'll do it. We'll do it anyway. We'll do another one here, even though it's going to kind of make it harder to get around to the other side of the desk. We're going to go and we'll get lantern fruit. Just because, like you said, it glows, so it'll give a nice look to it. Get down there. So we'll have 2 of the unusual plants, the ones you normally don't have, and we'll have the lantern fruit tree, which is normal. There we go. So not super fancy in terms of wall decorations. I feel like we need more of that. We need, like, just not posters, standard paintings in this. Instead of just picture frames, here's an actual painting or something like that. Digital, what, do we not have digital picture frames that can rotate pictures in this time and age? You'd think we'd have something like that. A big wall TV. We'll do the same sort of thing here, except we're not going to go with the green wall here. Everybody gets the trash can. You don't want to have to walk down the hall to throw your trash away. I'm just going to go ahead and say windows on this side. They're going to get a nice kind of view out towards the zoo. I have no idea how Alan might look when he gets assembled. I have not found his parts yet. I'm sure if you can find his parts, it's probably that they're in the game, but they're not fully in the game. Like, you're not supposed to get to them, but you can if you do some other things to make that happen. I'm trying to delve into the game, but not delve into it to the point where I'm, like, necessarily, glitching through walls to find a tunnel area that is not even accessible in the game yet. We're going to do this. Instead of a desk here, we'll do like a little work counter there. And yeah, we're going to do different. We're going to go with the sheep planter pot. I think I'll just do the one here. Gravity pool, I don't know that one. You got the moon pool, about the best you can do on that. I mean,
seek fluid intake.
I don't know. If you were going to have like any kind of other pool in the game, it would end up being surface based. Alright, so we'll have that grow. I think I'm going to end up with extra titanium because of conversion with the metal salvage, finally. I might be down on my titanium to just the metal salvage pieces.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And my power is starting to go up consistently, so that's a sign that I need to go in here and pull some ion cubes out again. Yep. And it shouldn't be pulling from this, but let's check. Nothing depleted. Okay. Well, you know, if they did a gravity pool type thing, could make it bigger, you'd have to have other buildings as well that would be bigger, because, I mean, part of the theme around the design elements is that they're all built to withstand the deep pressure. So it'd be a question of how they would explain that you've got this one bigger building for gravity pool, but you can't build other big buildings. So if they ever do that, I'm sure it's going to be limited in what depth it can handle. Or it's going to be something that when you get really deep, it has such a detrimental effect to your hull integrity that outside of doing something like this, you know, you're probably not going to see many people using it. Like that. And put some more decorations on there. Actually, I feel like I want to get some of the decorative shelving for in here. Where is that? Yeah, we'll go with the lab shelves. Non-functional. This is always the weird one to place because it's in your face. There we go. Alright, so we've got that. I think, you know what we will do, like, maybe not, no, maybe we'll do it over here. And then we're going, no! Wow, okay, having some problems there. Got a little sluggish. What was I always gonna do? I was gonna do. You know what? Something you should have in any well-prepared room: medical kits. And maybe they want to talk to somebody. You know, maybe this person has a hobby. They're into shortwave radio. Titanium. Am I out of titanium finally? Easy way to find out. How about that? I'm out of titanium again. For once, I'm back out of titanium. Alright, that means resource time. So yeah, time to go gather up supplies. Where'd I put it? Oh, you're right there. And it's getting really stuttery. Maybe a good time to save. A kitchen? We do actually have kind of kitchen area. It's more of a connection right off the food production area where you've got food production leads into a kitchen / rec area, and wow, I am really close on that column there. Alright, so we're going to
powering up.
Up, back up, top. And get supplies. Oh, yeah. Make sure. I'm probably breaking something again. Make sure, because every time I dock here now, it seems like I break stuff, and it just causes a whole bunch of leaks. I have to keep fixing them. Yeah, let's go back up. Focused on lithium, so I'd have enough for reinforcements, and then now I'm out of titanium again. Yeah, the true site, the building in this is segments, or you know, individualized pieces that then just connect rather than blocks like in other games might be. So, hey Teuton, thanks for joining in. The base, you can do an extended tube. I've got It's all a matter of hull strength in it. Every piece, depending on your depth, is going to add or subtract a certain amount of hull strength. So every single tube you add will take so much hull strength away. It's not really balanced around individual pieces. It's balanced more around the hull integrity of the entire base itself. So even if one area technically would be too weak in a realistic sense, as long as you have enough overall, you're fine. So just whenever you're building, you gotta watch that hull integrity thing, and if you start to get negative, that's when you're gonna have leaks forming and you're gonna be running into problems. Oh, he's already mad at me. Oh, just in time. And he has gotten more aggressive. The last time I came up through the tunnel, he kept following me. And following me, and following me. I'm like, come on, leave me alone. I was like, you know what? Finally, I said, hasn't hit me. He's been following me for like almost a minute up the tunnel. Has not hit me at all. So I'm just going to turn the shield off, quit draining my power. And as soon as I turn it off, he catches up and hits me and busts a leak in my Cyclops. There he goes, finally. He went, oh, I think this last time I was coming up here, where's that? Yeah, he followed me all the way up here before he hit me and then turned around. And now we gotta give a second for everything to kind of load in. It's gotta think for a moment, you know. There's a lot of stuff it's gotta render in. Brody, yes, I said we do have a kitchen already built on the base. Well, you know, it's kind of a mixture of a kitchen / eating area. There is a spot for the kitchen where food production or food cooking processing can happen, and we have just a big, you know, the big food production area right below. And then we have a little eatery spot above that. But we do kind of already have a little kitchenette type area. I know I'll find some titanium out here, but it's mostly the larger croppings. It's not so much just metal salvage, which is quite easy to load up on. Let's check my scanner room. Oh yeah, magnetite out here, that would help. Turn this off, so
Powering down.
a little bit of solar power going. Let me see, I haven't used this. That's actually draining a little bit. One titanium. One titanium. 2 titanium. I feel like Sesame Street. 1 titanium. Ha. 2 titanium. Ha. Ha. Like Count Chocula. Alright, yeah, let's just go on. We'll go somewhere else. Alright, bye, Brody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be on for a little while still, so if you make it back, we'll chat some more. I think we're just going to head towards the dunes. Worst case, a lot of metal salvage. Again. That at least respawns readily. The big deposits that you drill, not so much. And again, check the notes below. I did change out some mods. I got rid of the drill speed mod that I've been using in place of the drill damage mod as recommended by Prime Sonic. It works more consistently, but there are still times where it actually has me drilling at a slower pace than if I had no mod. And at some point, I'm going to have terrain in front of me. I'm gonna have terrain spawn in as soon as I hit something. Oh, there we go. I was gonna see if I could spot the zoo from here. I am definitely approaching the limit, I think, of the game being able to even process terrain in a normal sense with that base. Ah. So, I think oh yeah, okay, I'm in the plateaus now. I know where I'm at. That's my older base area. Or, yeah, where I kind of start at a lot of times.
Engine powering down.
And I have a nice scanner room right here. Well, there's a problem. There's a scanner room without power. Is it dead? And I'm about to be out of water. Let's take care of that real quick.
Seek fluid intake.
Yes, I saw it. I'm taking care of it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And we'll just... it did it again. I hate when it does that. You're like, I'm just trying to click this, and because of delay, it decides to replace stuff in your toolbar. I feel like the toolbar should be a drag and drop thing rather than a click one or double click to put in there. It should just be you have to type in a number, or you have to drag and drop. That way it protects you from accidentally putting something in your toolbar you didn't mean to put there. Alright, come on now, you got power. You got full power. Oh, it's just being goofy. Let's find metal salvage. We're gonna do, of course, this way.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
There we go. This will make it fairly quick to fill up, I think. That one didn't even get detected. I am continuing to notice more problems with the scanner rooms not picking up certain pieces of the chosen item. Like multiple pieces of quartz just not being detected. Same thing with lithium. Seeing they're looking right at 3 pieces of lithium in an area and only 2 of them are being marked. This, of course, is one of the things that I've already collected massive amounts of. If there was a finite number of items in the game, I would already be past that point. That was actually, that took a moment to even show that it was there. Me driving forward. Oh. A very loud Reaper Leviathan sound, considering where I am. Get off of me! That sounds way closer than it should. Alright, come on. Hey, Arconnor, thank you for that. Glad you like them. Why is he so loud at this distance? Where's my abundance of metal salvage here? Oh. Oh, there we go. Head back this way. I think I'm gonna move to the more dangerous part of the dunes. Because there's always more salvage there than anywhere else when you gotta worry about being attacked. Somebody's been over here playing around. Not seeing him. Even just looking downward, even the grass is stuttering. I just cannot look in the general direction of that base. It's fine until I start looking in that direction. Yep, looking down. And it's like, stutter. Look away, I'm fine.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Alright, so we've got stuff transferring. I'm just going to ditch that. And hey, it works now. Gonna go over... Ooh, I need to put upgrades in that scanner room. That scanner room's running a little light on its range.
Engine powering up.
Thank you again, Arconnor, and thanks for finally making it. UC Tent. Or USO Tent. Alright, not there. We're gonna go over this end. Oh yeah, look at all that metal salvage over here. This is the place I need to be.
Engine
This has not
powering
been
down.
completely picked clean already. A lot of metal salvage. Which I'm garbage collection duty. Did that reset? Yes, it did. Water. I'll take it. Take that too. Oh yeah, good amount of titanium. At least right this area. I should have good copper now. I did grab quite a few copper deposits when I was out gathering lithium. That was much more common than the titanium deposits I was finding. That's a scan, I believe. Maybe not a scan, maybe just a nice decorative piece. Uh-oh. About to get landlocked. About to be stuck. I'm gonna beach myself up on shore there. Oh yeah, probably should get quartz, right? Just because I happen to have enough at the moment doesn't mean I won't run out soon. Where are you? There you are. Not a problem yet. Wish the sonar would bounce back with like pings for certain things, like tell it to, like how you have the scanner room, but you can have the sonar pinging and tell you like, hey, this appears to be this sort of item. I hear you. Alright. Gotta be careful when he starts that big roar like he's about to charge. Yep. Like that one. Ah! I'll lose you in the kelp. Hi! It's gonna be like it was in the dunes. I'm just gonna be diving and dodging, attacking, gathering stuff in between. There's something I can scan. I don't think I'm going to. There's another scan. Just worry about collecting stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, I'm out of room. Real quick. Quick! Before he comes back. There we go. There's such a delay with the claw mechanism that sometimes you can't tell if it's actually working or not on this. Alright, where are you? Yep, we're good. It's time to move a little bit further down this way. Continue gathering. A lot easier to do this and pick stuff up than try to drill out quartz deposits like I was in the dune last stream when I was being attacked constantly by the reapers. There we go. Well, that done yet? No. There we go.
Engine powering up.
That was really loud chittering fish sound considering I'm inside. This is where he's just gonna pop up, like come over the ridge there because he hears me and he's just so angry I got away. Okay, that one, both are still too far away. Okay.
Engine powering down.
Yeah, we're good. I never use decoys all that much. I've never had the decoys really work that well. Just, you know, in my experience, it's always just better to try and get away quickly instead of, oh hey, I got this decoy out. Go chase it, because they typically don't. Oh. Had that attack roar, and then nothing. Ah, first aid kit. Might need it if he attacks me while I'm outside. Alright. Oh, in the past, I've gathered a lot through this area, too. Ooh, ah. Oh, shadow. Oh! He's not even messing with me while I'm bumping into everything. Wait, oh, I think I am in that little spot. There's some spot over here that I used to use in my season 3 that was just like, there's some seam between the biomes over here that when you cross it and you go back, everything would just respawn, and I'd be over here, fill an entire cargo hold full of metal salvage and titanium from this, go right back, dump it, use it all, come back again. And it was like 10 minutes I'd have everything full. I think this is where I'm at. You see, in this case, the drill is a little faster than normal, but not by much. Other cases, I've had it where I went up against an item and it was like bam, 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 done. You know, it was just that quick against certain deposits, and it's so weird because it's not like certain materials, it's just random deposits take so much more damage, you would say, to get rid of them. Oh yeah, this is the area. This is where, like, I had tons of metal salvage just constantly spawning. And I'm full. Oh. But yeah, I've got to come back over this way. This is where we're going to get all the salvage we need. That's 4. Yeah. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And usually up here too. Oh, hi, Mr. Stalker. Thanks for collecting that for me. That should be full inventory again. More right there already showing.
Captain, all systems online.
Right. Come on, before it gets too full. Oh. UI has gotten a lot of changes, but there's also a lot of stuff that I'm adding through mods in this, so there are some things you might be seeing that are specifically through the mods. But yeah, if you haven't played since early access Arcana, then there's a lot of stuff that's been visually changed. gonna honk my horn out. Come on, guys. Wanna play? They said no. The horn is not loud enough to get their attention over here. Yeah, this is the spot.
Engine
Where I wanna be.
down.
This is where we're gonna get a lot more. Almost filling back up. I'm going to get a nice stockpile
All systems online.
well, you know, quartz and titanium stuff while I'm here. Might as well grab quartz. Is this? Yeah, it's like right here at the edge of the plateaus. This will drop down and over into, it's like between the plateaus, the crash zone, the frag fields. Little kind of interim area where it seemed like it's just, every time I logged in and came over this area, it would be a whole new set of metal salvage has spawned in. And points where in my season 3 I was like coming out here with the scanner room going, and for every one piece I picked up from a blip on the scanner, 8 more would show up. Thank you, you so tent. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Oh. The sand shark did not like you supporting me. He attacked. Okay. What the? It's like my sea moth has overgrown. Can't get into that little area to get that one piece there. Alright, back to Cragfields. I got a good bit from Cragfields recently. That was more quartz deposits. A lot of quartz deposits actually in the Cragfields. Oh! There goes attacking again. I think that might have been the bone sharks. They don't like me being here. Stealing all their shiny stuff. At one point I'm about to hit that inventory limit, have to swap some stuff. Oh yeah, alright, there we go. And that's it. I'll keep the loose pieces there. There we go, that's... Yeah, that'll work. There we go, we got some more loose quartz. Ah! Again! They're really not liking me being here right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. You're welcome, R. Connor. Thank you for hanging out, and have fun feeding your baby. And have a good Memorial Day yourself. I'm going to, instead of relaxing, I'm going to be working, not my job, I'm going to be working on this sort of stuff. I've got a lot of website work I'm going to do. I think I've got enough ruby. I'm not even worried about that. I just need titanium now. It's strangely out of storage space for titanium. We'll use that. Or I can't use that because I at full health. You know, shame on me for eating right. There we go. Aw, come on now. I'm trying to get out of your way. Being very, very territorial. Oh, gasopod egg. There we go. Another gasopod egg. So they're just, you know, decide to drop them off out here. Quit rolling me around. There we go. Alright. That's enough. Let's go. There we go. So that should be enough for now. I think that's... Oh, that's 48 per roll. We're not using titanium quite as heavily as glass in some of the building. Glass is like, you know, 2 glass means 4 quartz and use it, so that's 12 windows right there per roll of this. So yeah, we might be able to get away with what I just got. Oh yeah, and probably would, you know, I could go ahead and sort the first aid kit. I've got a spot for those. Alright, so yeah, that might be good enough. We'll do a quick save too. Ballistics, I would like to be, I would say full-time on YouTube. Though I don't see that being realistic as it used to be, because since I've started, there's been 3 instances of sponsors leaving the platform because of various reasons. You know, whether another YouTuber being very socially and morally irresponsible, or you know, people who are commenting on these, you know, videos, using the comment section to do some very naughty things. You know, there's been some big issues with YouTube since I started. So it's one reason I do also play on Twitch and try to do stuff on Twitch, because I want to be able to at least spread things out. But I think if I ever did get the chance where this became a full-time earning thing, I would also be working on some other project to the side of that, where like now I work a full-time job and this is like a part-time thing. If this was full-time, I'd be doing something else as a part-time type setup in, you know, preparation for something happening with YouTube, where suddenly, you know, for reference, one of these sponsor gate things, I think it was the first one, the Logan Paul one, some YouTubers saw as much as 80% of their monthly earnings disappear in the matter of a week with that. So they went from making, you know, there's some YouTubers I saw posting videos how they went with that making enough to cover them, cover their family, and have a little bit of money to save, to suddenly having to dip into that savings and dip into it, and then having to dip into like their Patreon and stuff like that. That was being donations for projects, and they had to take that money out just to be able to pay their car bill or their phone bill or their mortgage. So, you know, if it came to this point where this was full-time, I would be doing something else as well, just to make sure I'm not locking myself into where YouTube money dries up or cuts drastically out of nowhere for whatever reason. I'm not going to be hurting and then having to consider going back to a full-time job. No, probably the music thing. Now, if I was to do the music as a side thing, I don't think I would ever do it in that capacity again. I did it for so many years. I've played with a variety of bands. I've played on a variety of music venue stages. I've played the same stages, bands like Alice in Chains, Primus, others like that have been on. I've been able to go see a band play on one of those stages and then be that same stage 2 weeks later playing it. And that's all great and good, but, you know, the money's in recording and doing that now, and being able to record it on your own at home, produce it cheaply. So if I ever did go back to doing that, I would probably not be doing performance as much as I would just focus on trying to get back to writing and recording. And that would be not a full-time job type thing. That might be more of a, you know, I'm going to spare an hour a day type thing to work on it. And then probably I would honestly go back to like blogging or something, because I used to blog and make money doing that, and actually did get a lot of, or get a few paid writing gigs as a blogger. So I would probably try to get back into doing that sort of thing if I ended up needing something part-time, or just maybe doing video editing. You know, I do kind of have some experience now in video editing thanks to this. So it might be a case of I offer to do some video editing services for people locally, just so I have a little extra money coming in that I can put aside and save in case of emergency. No, I did music teaching for 13 years, and I would not go back to doing it right now. It used to be great, you know, I'd made good money. And real quick interjection, you can see, waiting on the train to click in, right there in the distance, you can see the windows from the zoo showing in the distance. Just a little interjection there, saying what I had happened to me last time coming through here. Waiting on terrain to load in, you can actually see the windows populating in the distance for the zoo. But yeah, no, I did music lessons for a long time, and it was great years ago, and then a thing called GarageBand happened. And that's when I started getting, you know, students coming in and being like, I'm so good on GarageBand, this will be easy. And then they give up after 2 weeks because it's nothing like GarageBand, and it was actually hard, and they thought they would be playing, you know, Stairway to Heaven their first lesson. And it just got worse and worse from there, to the point where at the end, I said, I'm not taking any beginner students. I'm just going to do students that have played for a while, you know, intermediate, advanced students, so I can help them develop further. And I had like a strict no beginner policy. And then, you know, I get these parents saying, well, so-and-so said their kid used to take from you, and you're amazing. We really want you to teach our kid, and he's just got the guitar, wants to learn. And, you know, despite my no beginner policy, when you've got some his parents begging you, please just give him a chance. We know he'll do well. You want to help him. You want to do it. And so I kept doing some beginner students, and it was the same thing again. You know, if they were expecting it to be super easy, they didn't want to do it. And it just became more and more frustrating for me, to where I don't think I'd ever want to go back to teaching again, just because I lost the enjoyment in it. There were so many bad experiences in the end with students, that the few students I had that were enjoyable to teach and worked hard and actually went home and practiced, you know, it was just that enjoyment was overwhelmed by how many students kept just wanting it to be a press a few buttons and they're playing, you know, Van Halen's Eruption. 10, I made my intro. My original intro I made myself. The current intro I had a creator make just the animation, or well, not the animation. They did the logo part, so the whole visual, everything like that, and they did the spinning animation for it. I just put in a few extra tweaks for the animation after they, you know, provide me a file, but I would say it's 80% what I paid someone to do, and only about 20% what I added to it for the current intro.
Engine powering down.
And then the music on the intro is music I paid a creator like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Whenever I was, you know, not long after I got started with this, I paid somebody to write a few little snippets of stuff, because I'm more of a rock person. And I wanted something more upbeat, energetic kind of thing than just a rock guitar drive. So I paid a creator to make something quick for me. Because it is, you know, as much time as I would spend working on making that sort of stuff, it wasn't worth it for me to be like, oh, I just paid $50 and you'll create this for me. It saved me a lot of time. How many instruments do I know how to play? I currently play guitar. That's my main instrument. And I can still, when need to, play bass guitar, of course. I played on drums to different degrees. I've played piano. I've played tenor saxophone. I've played viola. I had a mandolin for a little while. I played a little bit on, though I would not say I could play it very well. I've played a lot of different instruments. But mostly it's guitar. That's what I stick with. I play guitar and I sing, and I do like 1 or 2 gigs a month now just to keep myself in shape kind of thing. And there we go. We got our nice plants growing. And look at that. Nice, like, looks like you know, plant we normally have here on Earth. That, not so much. The glowy treetop, yeah, no. But the other one looks like snake plant, I think. You know, one of the common terms for it, snake plant. Let's see. Oh yeah, that. I was missing titanium for that. There we go.
This is Aurora.
Oh,
Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched.
I didn't mean to
location in
do that.
9.
Oh yeah, that's right. I never did create the radio. All this time I played, I never did the radio because I was waiting to make sure the gun and all that was done, and then I did it, and I forgot to go and make a radio. So we got a radio finally. First radio in the game after how many hours I've been doing on this. You know, we'll actually go with an aquarium here because I should have enough glass. There we go. We'll have to throw a little fishy set in there. What else we want up here? You know what we'll do instead of the other design like that? You know, we'll go right here. That, and just leave it like that, and then we'll do the lockers instead of doing kind of on the sides of that. We'll just do 2 side by side. I was trying to get them a little bit more evenly balanced. That didn't work. We'll do, yeah, like that. That's fine. I like them to be side by side without the gap, but the gap will be fine. And we need a bed. Gotta have a place to sleep. We'll make this like a singles room. You know, nice single bed. Nobody loves them. They're on their own. That's all they get. And since they're single, well, I got the entertainment below. We'll do this here. This is where they, you know, we'll make this person like a loner. They eat up here on their own, or this is their reading table. This is where they sit and read, you know, the daily reports or something. And then we have, ooh, you know what? Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do, like, when they get up, they got a little footrest by the bed, so they can just, you know, sit there. Or actually, you know what? I know it's not entirely that look, but we'll treat it like this is almost a chest at the foot of the bed. Yeah, it's like a little storage container at the foot of the bed, but you can also sit on it. We'll call it that. That, yeah, it's totally that. We'll just go with it. Use your imagination. We need a plant for there. Not this, because that does not work so well with the planter. the roots are sticking out, and it looks kind of awkward. What mods I have? Do you mean mods on the game or moderators for the channel? I'm assuming you're thinking mods of the channel because of that last part of the comment, but just to clarify, do you mean game mods? Because I do have a list of the game mods below, if that's what you're talking about. It'll be in the description for the stream. Yeah, the mods for the game, just check the description below. I did make a change, so there is a new mod that I'm using this time that I haven't used in the past. I'm going to save that for another location. I didn't know it was going to be a single slot one. But there was a different mining mod I was using before. The quick miner is what I was using. Now I'm using drill damage because of a recommendation that it's a little bit more consistent and stable. You know, we'll go with D. Just something else. Yes, I have hyper-threading enabled. I have all that done. This is just the case where the game is... There's so much going on, the engine just is not built for this sort of thing. And... I'm using that one down here. We'll do this here. We'll put that one in. And we'll find some other small singular ones to throw in there and just have a nice little cluster of different ones. The Intel CPUs, yes, I keep up with that sort of stuff since I work in IT. And yeah, that's a big flaw, you know, big part on Intel's, big screw up on Intel's part. Basically, you know, the real fix is you have to buy a new processor. That's one reason why I am very cautious with what I download and run on my system. Why, compared to all the ones I have to deal with at work from other people, mine's older and still runs faster than some even the new ones I've run into. When you know, normal users get hold of them and manage to just log them up with junk within a few days. I keep mine pretty clean. I have a good maintenance schedule on it, and I back up routinely, which is my backup is spread out, so I can restore even a month backwards if I need to. So I keep myself pretty well secured on that, and I have a custom firewall appliance that I use to make sure it scans for traffic. Anything like that coming in is monitored for. Now we'll just do a poster there. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll do a poster there. The decorations mod, and that will complete most of this floor. We'll do, yeah, what poster? The Aurora, Prawn Suit Land. We'll keep calm. We'll go with the keep calm kitty. The space kitty. There we go. I know my goal is one day I'll be like Markiplier. I'll have a Mr. Spicy toy added into the, you know, Subnautica Below Zero or something like that. And then I'm going to ask them to do a poster of my dog like that. So it'll be my dog in the bubble helmet on the posters instead of the kitty. And he'll say, keep spicy. Stay spicy, my friends. We'll rip off the Dos Equis commercial. What else can I do? I feel like I want to do some cargo crates actually now. I have not used the cargo crates anywhere. That could be an interesting option there. I didn't even think about that. What if we do like a cargo storage area? Like this is already getting kind of filled up thanks to the scanner room sticking out when I moved it from below because of the ion cube generator. I might could put it over there. Replace that with the scanner room. So yeah, if I take that column out, I move the scanner room where this goes over. It's got the scanner room there. And then it has a section that comes over here to a set of rooms, kind of building. And then this can be where, like, that comes out here and feeds into some more. And then we have, like, a cargo hold type thing out here. Which, no, it cannot be that small. What? Oh, wait, hang on, let me... Okay. Oh, and it actually works for storage. That's interesting. I have not even tried building them, except I'm having some problems there. Oh, yeah, we're going to do like a cargo area out here. Totally. I don't even need it for the storage. I just want to have, like, we'll do like a cargo deposit area. That would be good. If I could bring something from Sub-Zero to this game. You know what? Easiest thing. The fact that in Sub-Zero, all the buildings are a black outside instead of a white metallic outside. I would like to bring that option in at the least, just the fact you could choose white or black. So in certain cases, you want it to be darker so it doesn't just stand out like a sore thumb. You could do that. It'd be ideal if we could have multiple color options, like go up to it, press and hold E and say, hey, change this to a deep red, you know, like we do with the Cyclops. That'd be great if we could have something like that for each base that was part of the game. But yeah, we're going to be doing some, I think we're going to do a cargo hold type thing out here. And I think that means we're going to be taking this apart, so I need to actually get all of those. I'm going to take all of the, all of the stalkers out. Because my stalker farm is in the containment anyway. There's a mod for that. I believe I've seen that mod. I just haven't bothered with it so much. I think it would be just better, you know, as a feature in the game itself, rather than it being a reliance on a mod for that. It's, you know, I've got so many mods on this already. I've had to clear some out just to help performance improve a little bit. But it's not like I could just keep adding more mods and not suffer any worse performance. But yeah, that's something I feel like there should be an option for that. The other thing I would bring in would be the land-based building options that we're going to see ultimately in Below Zero, like the bigger base options in Below Zero. We're going to turn this off so I can dump you guys in. So yeah, just one in each. Thank you guys. Have fun. Go get the others. I'm going to just clear that out. And we'll move the scanner room there, because I like the idea of a cargo drop-off area. It's too bad we can't do like a forklift type attachment to the prawn suit or to the sea moth. Be like a little loader setup. Oh, throw the forklift arms on the prawn suit from Alien, and be like, yeah, now you got was it the power loader? There should be a power loader mod for the prawn suit if there is not already one. Yeah, Satisfactory has a paint gun. I haven't actually messed with it yet. I'm more concerned with trying to get the production working more effectively in it. But yeah, it'd be nice if we had some kind of color customization for this. I mean, Plant Nomads had the option for you to, you know, choose what color when you were building a component. So once it completed, it would be that color, and then you just hit it, and it changes color. I mean, reason stand that a civilization, you know, capable of getting to the stars. I mean, at this point in time, humans are traveling between planets, not just in our solar system. You think we have some way to customize this? I mean, if you got a console in the Cyclops, you just click a few buttons and hey, guess what? Now the Cyclops has, you know, new color on the outside. It's color change. You should have down the base. Alright, that's gonna... I'm gonna have to place... I'm gonna have to place a hatch outside and get in to take part of that out, because I left the... Actually, no, I'll just do the ladder later. But let's go ahead. Let's drop off all this. We're gonna go down to the containment and free the stalkers so they can get to work. Hi, George. Thanks for coming and joining in. And we're going against another sea dragon area, so just in case, save. Now, I'll say one thing I would like to see in Sub-Zero, or Below Zero. We'll just call it Sub-Zero. Subnautica Below Zero, so Sub-Zero. I would like to see more interaction between the different creatures. Like here, you put in a Reaper Leviathan and a Sea Dragon, they're not necessarily going to fight. I'd like to see that. I would like to be able to sit there and say, I'm going to spawn in Telecellular and whatever else we get in there and be like, go, fight, kill each other, let me watch. I want to be able to do that for epic battle scenes. That should be part of the game, where the creatures do not focus on just you, but will fight equally against each other. I've already seen the Telecellular try to eat a bone shark, I think it was, which is great, but I would like to see them willing to fight more amongst other big creatures too in the game. And to have that feature in this game, you know, it's not going to happen, but it'd be great to sit there and go out, spawn in the Big Mama to fight a Sea Dragon, or go where there is Reaper Leviathan and some of the juveniles, and see them getting to a fight. Where's my... There it is. We're going to drop these off, so at least they're free. Roam around, and hopefully they're going to stay close to the base itself, since I'm releasing him here. Oh, no, no! Alright, that's 3. I've still got 4 in the sea moth. I don't think I need that many down here. Let's do, let's release the other ones out into the lava zone. I'm going to let them go free out there. See if maybe they'll either distract or even try to protect me against the Sea Dragon. I look down, I'm fine. If I look up towards the base, that's when it starts having some problems. Well, it's a good thing that he's not attacking my sea moth right now through the invisible, you know, barrier thing that's not showing anywhere. Alright. Where'd you go? I just dropped 4 stalkers in and I can't see them. Something is not working very well at the moment. All the little defensive tower, the barrier towers are missing. My stalkers did not show up. And no, the terrain is struggling. I wonder if this, no, it's not even showing on the sonar ping. Oh, there we go. I think that just disappeared. Yeah, one of those. Oh no, there he is. It looked like one of them just disappeared right in front of me, and now I'm, yeah, struggling. This is just the stutter, and I'm coming out the wrong end. There we go. That has freed some stalkers. Maybe they'll do something interesting down there. Maybe I'll go and find a collection of titanium I didn't know was there. The game that's going to replace Fallout. Well, if you have been following me on Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch, or, you know, not recently, but in the past, it is a game I played on there that was really enjoyable. It's getting closer to being full release from what I've been seeing in the update notes. And so it's one I definitely want to jump back into now, since they've added more stuff. I'll tell you this, it's definitely more of a survival game than a just building big type game. Like this accommodates a lot more with building big, because the survival's not as difficult. That one is definitely much more of a survival focus. There's a lot more of a, you know, you could be severely hurt or killed at any turn type thing. And much more of a focus on health aspects beyond just like, oh yeah, hit this and you heal automatically. It'll be like, no, you gotta do this to take care of this to keep your food level up. There's more intricacy to it. I'm not gonna give it away too much. You'll see Monday, or whatever day of the week it is for you when that goes up. But it'll be replacing the Fallout video. What do I want to use? Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to go outside and remove that. Or not outside. We'll go up first. I need to take out the containment first. Dr. Strange is back! Hi, Dr. Strange. Welcome back. Alright, now let's take this out. At some point, it took so long for it to calculate that I was taking it apart. Can I deconstruct it, the containment from up here? Yes, apparently I can. Take out the ladder. Go down here. Yeah, we'll just make this side, because this is towards the gateway base type area, as a come on in, you know, and nothing major obscuring. Plus we're going to have the storage area on it. We're just going to turn this into the, that's going to be the scanner room section instead of this little weird stick out thing over here. Yeah, it's not exactly the most responsive anymore since I've continued to make the base bigger. Most players would be like, "Oh, I'm starting to see lag. I guess I better turn it down a bit, reduce the base size so I can have better gameplay." But no, we're building big. We're just gonna keep going until it's like completely just, oh, you know, can't go any further. We're sticking with this base. I may do like another base in the other tunnel section that comes more directly from the Lost River. I did like we have that one gate base over here coming through the big tunnel, and then we go towards the more twisty, involved tunnel. I could take it and build a base further up inside rather than just right there, and maybe do like not one base but do multiple pieces. So instead of just one gate like that we have already, we could do multiple little gates where it's almost like in the Matrix, the second one, when they're coming in, you got this little checkpoint. They open the gateway and let you in. Do like that. We might do like another gate system at some point, but I don't think we'll be expanding this base any further out than this platform area that I've already got, just because it's getting so bad. There we go, scanner room. Like, it's lagging each time it has to pull a new item out, too. We'll take this out. Eventually. And not that. I'm gonna put my range upgrades back in. We want to have that nice visual to it. Alright, we got that. So now, that's gonna come out. I don't need a second story to this anymore. And if I had something legitimate to have in a column, I'd build like a little central tower kind of thing and then have a lookout at the top. But it's the extra floors going up that are the questionable part. Yeah, I think we'll replace that by building out, let me take that off. We'll build out this way and connect over here into some kind of setup that then has like a store, like a, I don't know, maybe we could do delivery over here. Maybe do it matching on both sides, so it's like two different delivery platforms where we have the Cyclops troughs below, best way to say it. So before they come and do that, they come here, deploy all their cargo from each hold onto the top, and then go back and then down and dock. So this could be like the cargo drop-off platform areas. And we can have 2 spots where it goes in, and that's for cargo processing. We're going to build this. And for now, do this. And I'll take this other hatch out. What do I prefer? A survival with good storyline, but lacking toys? Or interesting storyline? No interesting storyline, a lot of tools, characters. I kind of like both. It really depends. And it's not just the toys to play around with, really. It's a matter of other factors as well, I would say. Like, the Forest has a good storyline. And a lot of stuff you can build and play around with. But it's very tedious to get a lot of the materials to build some of the bigger projects like I've done in the game, where I would chop down 1,000 trees to build an entire project from start to finish. And that's not exactly the speediest thing to do in that game. So that is, you know, a bit more of a, depending on the situation. If the game makes it, like in this case, gathering supplies is tedious, but not that tedious. You know, this I would equate to multiple projects of work I did in the forest to build something of the same type of scale and complexity as this. But something like Plant Nomads, you know, they just come out for release. They've got a new storyline to it, but the storyline is not as involved as, say, this or the forest. But the production capabilities in that game are so much better that it's like, yeah, I really enjoyed that game too. Not because of story, but because I can explore, and once I start doing that, I can build, and it just gives me the freedom to build more easily in that game than in this game. All right, there we go. We're going to put a hatch here. And this will be like cargo processing. Get inside. Go around the curve. Take this out. Now I went with just plain eye connectors because I don't think there's much of a reason to say glass tubes here for seeing outside. Maybe, you know, we can do some windows here so you can see as the materials are being dropped off, sort of thing. Yeah, like that. Like, okay, we've got a few boxes left, guys. Come on, let's pick up the pace. You know, that sort of thing. So you can see your crew working out there. I may actually put a prawn suit sitting out there too, just to be like, feel like an alien power loader type setup. I really kind of wish we had that in the game now. Just a power loader from the Aliens movie. That'd be kind of cool. Brody's back. Thanks for coming back. You got back in time. Still going. We're going to do, of course, for cargo management, we're going to put an auto sorter. Because why not? You're coming in from, oh, not radio. You're coming in from out there. You might be hurt. Might have had a mishap on the way back. You might be outside and get attacked. So we'll have a first aid kit. And then for any tools that are being brought in, of course, battery charger. And then what we'll do is on this side, we'll do some wall monitors, like computer stuff. And then I'm just going to do a window over here. See how this looks. Yeah, they could be burnt, you know. Or what? I said window and I put reinforcement. Yeah, they could come back burnt because it's, you know, rather spicy out there. You know, little hot. Not too hot if they're wearing the right gear, but you know, could be a little hot. And so we'll do this even though, you know, we're not really seeing anything special. You might be like, oh, hey, some kids are over here for the zoo. They're coming back. They get to see people working, and they're like, oh, look at the little people specimens. All right, now we're gonna mess with these. I want crates. We're gonna start over here. It would be great if it would like let you just place it at the set size you want. Because it's kind of hard to judge how wide it's going to get. Can I place on top? I can't place on top. Oh, come on. I want to place it on top of it. But since I really don't know how wide this is going to get from this point, I can't sit here and get it like squished in close. Yep. So I've already hit the limit on those. Ooh, we're gonna need work lights in this area too, right? I mean, of course, a floodlight kind of, you know what, we'll aim it this way. Hopefully not too bright for the people in the zoo, but at least providing light, you know, for here. We'll do... Hear a warper over there talking. So yeah, I'll do a bunch of these. I kind of wish we had bigger options. And of course, we're going to have a damaged variation. Because, you know, at some point, somebody accidentally kicks it with their prawn suit leg and it's a little busted up. But hey, we're not being picky. We're not going to sit here and say you got to replace that shipping box. There we go. Anthony, you've missed a bit. Yeah, a bit of work. Not a huge amount of work, but I mean, you've missed a bit of work. There we go. Alright, so... I don't want to put a light facing straight there, because then it'll be like, you're looking at it like, ah, bright light in your eyes. Oh wow, those are small. Oh, I was already at the max. Alright, that'll work. That's good enough for size right now. Oh yeah. So I wish we had bigger options too, like really big containers, you know. That'd be kind of nice. Not so much in terms of just really big because of storage space, but really big from the visuals. That looks like they're still... Yeah, they get bigger. Oh, great. I need to take this one out. Thought I had them the right size. That one's coming out too now. Let's see, how much? So that's full storage space. I think that's 11. Alright, so 11 clicks to... Let's see. Same storage amount. Alright, this time I'm going to place you down. I'm going to click on it to start with. Let's see. How much storage? Haha! Ultra compact storage! I don't think it's going to tie in with the auto sort, but it should work with the Easy Craft because it is a container on the in the base, basically. Oh, this is nice. Now I know I've got good sized storage containers I can put outside. Oh yeah. But if you really wanted some compact storage in your base, just place the smallest version initially and then use it for storing a lot of stuff. Alright, Brody, thanks for hanging out. Sorry we killed your phone battery. It was sapped for a worthy cause. Yeah, that's like the most compact, ultimate storage option in the game now. Just use it at the smallest possible size for a massive amount of storage space. And you know, we've got stuff coming in. It's being brought inside. So of course we need to have containers here inside. Let's see how this looks once it's big in here. I don't know how they got it through the door other than clicking to make it smaller, but hey. We'll just treat it like, yeah, it's being handled somehow, you know. We're limited in what we can do, so we're going to have to just be imaginative for it. Anthony is leaving? I know, Brody said he was leaving. I saw Anthony's comment. He did miss some stuff. I can't say exactly how much he missed, but he did miss a few things. Not a huge amount. The decoration, we're going to go with one wall computer and then like 2 additional monitors. No, triple monitor setup. Oh, question? Yeah, his question about missing stuff, I saw that. I don't know how much he missed, but he did miss, you know, a bunch of building. We're still going to recap everything, of course, at the end of all this. Kind of go over everything that has been accomplished on this stream. Gonna do there. That. Processing. Oh. So it puts a... It still puts the sign underneath it, too. We're going to have to fix that. We're going to have to put this here. Alright. Okay, intake, shipping. There we go. Processing spell wrong. No. There we go. Like that. Prawn suit docking bay and below 0. Oh, no, I did not see that question. Yes, Anthony, I do know about the prawn suit docking bay. I did, one of my recent episodes, I did build that, and this week's episode, I built I found the prawn suit, but I can't make the prawn suit yet. But yeah, there's the prawn suit docking bay, if you mean for the sea truck. Now, I don't know about a standalone separate docking bay for the prawn suit and below 0. I just know they've got the one for the sea truck, the little docking module. But, I mean, I don't see why they'd have a separate docking bay for the prawn suit when we already have the moon pool. That pretty much works. I think they should have a separate docking bay for the sea truck in order to allow you to not have to constantly disconnect all of your sea truck modules. I'm gonna do this one right here. No, I did not click that one. Click the other one. This one. Yeah, the sea truck, I've already covered that in one of my episodes. Actually, I did make the prawn suit and dock it. It's just I did it in creative mode because apparently one of the components you need for the prawn suit construction is not implemented, or if it is, it's a little harder to find the unlock for it. There we go. That looks like a good little cargo spot there. See, we got a good bit of cargo come in. Actually, I might just do light sticks. I still need to go find that other scan for the light sticks. I have not done that yet. Might be, instead of worrying about resources this next time I play to get things caught up, I might just go and gather scans. Oh yeah, look at that. That's come in, you got drop off for cargo and cargo processing. And instead of doing two sides like that, we'll do something different on this side. Definitely something different. But that has a nice little visual look to it. It looks like an active shipping type setup for a base that's, you know, down, remote, might need supplies brought in. And there we go. Full food and water again. Let's see. Yeah, my game is lagging a lot because there's so much going on with the base. I've turned off motion blur completely. I've cut down some other graphics options. It's just the fact that the engine, the game is not set up for a base of this size. They're just not set for this sort of involved build. There's just too much going on. There we go. And more ion cubes. At some point, I'm going to end up with like too many ion cubes again. I'll actually have way too many in production. Ugh. So yeah, I need... See, I've got a Cyclops made. That I brought down. I need to make another. I want to make a sea moth to bring down, and I want to make prawn suits to bring down. Prawn suits, not a problem. Bring them through the gate, and then just jump jets, jet modules, get them up here. Sea moths, I'll need to make up towards the top of the tunnel and drive them down. So there. All right, so. We've got a new section here. And of course, you know, we probably want protection in case they breach something with the door when they're trying to bring something inside. So, bulkhead. There we go. So the little cargo shipping area with the, you know, entry point for that. Then we'll build something else coming off of here that'll connect from this tube section there as well. We'll have kind of like a, you know, multi-connection thing going. I still have my, I put more reinforcements along that area earlier. And we now have the entire zoo completely glassed where it's necessary. Now that one, that's part of the gift shop. Shelves on the walls, can't glass it, but everything else is glass where it can be. Yeah, it's a lot there. So now, someone
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I think the Cyclops is, well, that's there, so it's there. It should be in enough range for me to do some more reinforcements here. If I haven't got them all, let's see. Yep, I got all those. Got these. I think I got all of these. Oh, no, I did not get all of them. I missed a couple of them. I think I ran out of some supplies earlier, and there's some pieces here that are not done because I have to take stuff away from the wall. Even though it's not on the wall, it's close enough to the wall that it won't let you place. In other cases, it'll let you build there anyway. There's still some weirdness in the building aspects of the game. I should still have lithium. I've got titanium, hopefully enough now for this. Yeah, usually live streams are long. I mean, depending on who you're watching, there are streamers that'll do an 8 or 10 hour stream, you know, non-stop. I know Ninja, when he does his Fortnite stuff, he's supposed to go for typically around 8 hours on one of his stream sets. Based on what most streamers do, mine are actually a little bit on the lower end of things. I usually cap at about 3 hours. But that's kind of the idea of streams, is they're usually long. I know back in the Minecraft craze days, there was one guy that I'd watch his YouTube stuff when he did his final, like his build dissection videos showing his builds that he had done, and his builds and all the harvesting he did live on stream. So he would stream for like 14 hours straight on a Saturday, just gathering supplies and talking with people during the whole process. And then he'd have like a stream on Sunday where he's building, and then he'd go and, you know, do a video showing the whole build. So yeah, there are people who do much longer streams than I do. I am not in the position where I want to do that right now. I might, you know, I figure at some point I get to where I'm doing 4, maybe 5 hour streams once I'm doing this full time. Sure, but right now, no, you know, it's just not an option for me, and it's hard to sit for that long without having to take a little break. So whenever I finally get a new house and move and do my new studio setup, I've got things in place or things in mind already that will be done to accommodate longer streams in the future, but mainly to make it easier for me to do this sort of stuff without having to get up all the time and move around. So let's see, we've got this room is pretty well done for the production area. We got that going, we've got this going. Yep, we got our reinforcements. We got more done here. I still need to do some more in this room. I think I ran out of something in here. That's the weapons manufacturing and research facility. We got our scanner room there, which we'll do some other stuff off of this too, just so it doesn't feel so weird with this one long tube going that way. I need to do some more plants. I should just do some corals right here. Let's see, we've got room for 6 plants there. So how many corals do I have? 5. Do I have the anchor pods? Yes, I've got anchor pods. Okay. That's small, I know. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we'll do this. We'll start with each of these. We'll see how it goes. Well, thank you, MH. Thanks for coming in to say hi, and thank you for enjoying the content. And they updated the sleeping model in Below Zero. The module, you mean? I haven't actually played it since the other day. I know it's got like, they've got a jukebox option in it. That's one of the things that we're supposed to be able to do later on with it. I just think it's still not, it's more of like a cosmetic feel to it at the moment. For me, in terms of usage in the game rather than real utility, until sleeping has a major utility in the game, I think it's just going to be more of a case of, yeah, we are not going to see that many people using the sleeper module. Like, if sleep was a requirement to keep your sanity or keep your health up, fine. I can see that working. But yeah, that kind of worked out perfectly. One big one and the 4 smaller ones. We'll do that again. Hi, Mr. Fishy. Yeah, I was going to say, if there was something like that, like the forest, great example, which I never had the problem in the forest, even after not sleeping. But if you don't sleep in the forest, it affects your sanity. But you can do other things to increase your sanity. It didn't really, like, I never had a major issue with it where I became insane in the forest, but I know other people were able to make that happen. Green Hell is a good one where it is very much a sanity mechanic in there that you really have to be careful about, because there's so many different things you can do to affect it there, and part of it is sleeping. Part of it would be like, oh yeah, you need to, if you stand close to this fire, it's going to improve your sanity. Oh, you ate human meat, your sanity just went way down. That's the game you can actually see yourself going insane, or your character going insane, without doing too much to cause it, if you do the right thing. So if they have something like insomnia that affects your energy levels or sanity levels, where you start to have blurred vision, hallucination, something like that, that would make sleep a core mechanic in the game, not just something you can do to pass time, which is what it is in Subnautica. They're going to have to do something more like that in the game before it becomes really that useful. Yes, Anthony, I have played Minecraft many hours in that game. Just don't care to do it anymore. That's just so time consuming. And I know it was discussed in, I feel like it was either this stream last week or one of my Twitch streams, talking about there's a mod update that came out that gives a lot of automation to it. I don't have an interest in getting back into it right now, really. I've got so many other games to worry about and focus on trying to keep myself steadily progressing, that, you know, it's just a time factor. I don't have that, and I should have just done all of them over here. I should have just done all of those and that and balanced it out. Oh well. We'll find something else to balance things. Worst case, I'll put some more creep mine in that one. At some point, I'll have to go back through and clear all the excess stuff too, like the unnecessary hatches I've thrown in, the extra ladders I've thrown in places that I'm not planning to have. Yeah, the 1.14 update, you know, it's been probably 2 years since I played Minecraft. I mean, actually played, I think I logged in and had it download the updates. Maybe somewhere towards the beginning of this year. But I, you know, started playing, looking at my old world that I had after I converted it and what I had been working on, and I just kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do this. It's like I used to play Warframe all the time. Loved it. I mean, I'd be playing till 3 in the morning sometimes on weekends when I didn't have anything else to do. You know, before I was actually doing YouTube stuff. And now, every time I get on to play it, it's just, I find it the same thing again. You know, not as interesting. It's just, it's like I've already done this. So I don't play that anymore either. I think, do I have the brine one out? I got the brine, yeah, I got those. We'll have some placements over there. We're gonna do one of each of these. Fill in those other 2 spots. I think these are bigger ones. My internet speed is it's more than what I'm using right now to upload. I'm not even seeing any issues with the upload at the moment, and I'm doing 60 FPS on everything. It's just a matter of what's going on with the game and how much processing it's using. Plus, I use Streamlabs OBS client because of the integrations, but I'm starting to really rethink that after their last update just completely screwed my configuration up. And it was a few updates ago, it went from typically 10% CPU usage for the streaming client to now typically 30 to 40% CPU usage. So they changed stuff that has made a big impact on it not working right. But I'm still not even tapping my internet speed limit on my upload, and it's one of the better options for me in the area right now. Alright, so that's the remainder on those. Those are planted. So I've got 4 spots, 4 of the, you know, squares available. We'll do at least a couple of these. Something else. We'll do. Again, I went up. Hopefully they'll fix the ladders in below 0 before they're done, to where it's easier to target which direction you want to go instead of having them overlap so much. Alright, so that leaves me 12 spaces. Might do another blood vine over here, and then do maybe 2 more creep vines on each side. 1080 is not Founders Edition. It's the I want to say it's not overclocked, but it is a heftier one. It's one of the optimized ones. I can try and look and see which. I want to say it's the Republic of Gamers one that I got. Yeah, the Republic of Gamers Strix Edition is what I have. The 1080 ROG Strix. So, I mean, I've got it monitored, and it's only using 26% typically of its core processing, 64% on its VRAM. My processor is hitting 75% on everything, game, everything included. And my network is not even saturated at all. It's just, the game is not built for a base like this. There's a lot of building games out there that that are not optimized for doing big constructions like this. Unfortunately. I think that's all I can do for outside. Everything else is in is air plant. So yeah, I'll just have to find some other little things to put out there. Maybe some of the normal fauna, the little itty bitty ones you can find. Gabe's feather, something like that. Good view, but kind of does look a little plain with everything. Got just a little bit of the tunnels above. So, and we are actually coming up to the 3-hour mark, so it's a good time to start winding things down. Let's see, I'll check my production on my ion cubes. I'd like to actually get my power level fairly low just to see how quickly everything picks back up. I wish it would show you the health on the rods. Alright, so yeah, let's say good time to start our fly around on everything. Alright, so we have completed for this stream the last of the windows in the zoo, which was the corner section over here. 1, 2, 3. I want to say maybe that one 4. I don't know if I had already finished that one before the stream or not, but yeah, we have those. We've got our little cargo drop-off shipping area, which has a nice little kind of, you know, feel to it. Just like here's some stuff dropped off by the Cyclops park down below before they parked. We've got a few more plants that are going to be growing in now and already starting to. Nice little mixture of some of the more the decorative ones we cannot build normally. Hull strength is back up decently, but still not great. And I've changed this around. We have the scanner room over here to accommodate for building some other structure over that way. So we need some kind of structure idea for that direction. And then it's going to be to the point I think we're going to move away from the building on the base, just more building inside, making things a little bit more elaborate. And maybe doing, like I said, I was kind of thinking of doing is the gateway base, like we have over here. Like have this, but maybe build more in the other tunnel and build it where they're leading up through that tunnel side. And this will look better once the tunnel actually loads in. Yeah, the engine is just not the game engine. The game itself is just not optimized for this sort of build. This is just way beyond what the devs and creators of the game engine ever thought would happen, I guess. And I still have storage capacity I need to fill up. But yeah, I need an idea now for something in this little spot. Something that we can throw in there that will fit in terms of what's going on here. I still need to make my extra sea moss and prawn suits for here for docking, as well as I'll think I'll do a prawn suit there just to leave on the platform. Maybe add some more lights in the area too, like around here, just because and yeah, I feel like that's up to a good spot. A lighthouse? Could do something like that. I mentioned that earlier, that I would not mind taking the column right there where I had that higher section off of this little building and build it taller to be like a lighthouse, maybe lookout type thing. The part of it that would bother me is what's going in each floor, because I don't want each floor to be just plain and open, and we unfortunately don't have like a cylinder type vertical build option. So if I did a lighthouse, it would be, you know, several floors of what goes here, and I kind of want to avoid that. I'd like to keep it to something that all the space is being used functionally in some aspect. So yeah, you can leave a comment, you know, if you're watching this after the fact, of what ideas. I said that, you know, for the last video, ideas for that platform space there, to see what we can do with it. I think, yeah, we're getting close to the point where I'm going to have to say this is almost a completed project. We'll either then try building, like, maybe a smaller base somewhere else, see if the performance continues to degrade, or if it starts to balance out because we're outside the area, sort of thing. And I'm going to have to put in, you know, not fast travel stuff, Iron, but I do need to go in and start putting signs in saying which direction for everything. Hey, there's one of my stalkers that I released earlier, hanging around still. And I still have a second level of habitat to decorate. Still have that to do. But, yeah, we're getting at a point where this will soon, you know, be completed a lot sooner than below zero will be completed. So maybe try building another big spot somewhere else. Maybe not. This may be a case where I just eventually, we have to end it anyway because performance is so bad. And as I said before, whenever the series is done, I will make an upload for the map. And as Prime Sonic pointed out in one of the comments, which I've saved, so I have it for reference, it'll be including things like the cache, the mod packs, everything like that. So you'll have all of the stuff, so it shouldn't cause any problems when you load it into your game. Because apparently that is some extra stuff that's going to be required because of the mods for it to work correctly. But yeah, it's getting close to that point where we're going to be calling this a completed project. But yeah, if you have ideas, I'd like to hear ideas for this little spot here, what we can do in this. Something that can connect from here and from here. Have like a, you know, interlocking section there. And have some kind of feature with a utility purpose for it. You know, everything needs to have some kind of purpose beyond just being there for decorative cosmetics. But I think we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap now, or start wrapping it up. Tent, that's fine. We are about to finish up, like I was saying anyway, so you can go ahead and head out. I don't even worry about the fluid intake because I've already saved. I'll take care of it when I log in again. If you have any questions, anything like that, you know, regarding this or, you know, below zero, you can always leave a comment on this video or one of my other ones. And I try to get back to checking my comments a little bit more often these days, trying to make extra time in my mornings to do so I can keep up with everybody more. But yeah, new video, new game series starting Monday. That series, even though it is a holiday, I'm still going to publish a video this week. I'll look and see what's going on with below zero, depending on if we get an update this week and the right time or not. I may have a below zero video this week, I may not. Just depends on if we get the update this week and when it drops during the week. Usually they like to drop it the day I am already posting a video or the day after I would post a video. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it for this live stream. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And thank you if you're watching this after the fact. I am Mr. Spicy, like always. You know, subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. And keep up with my stuff there too. And thank you again, USO10, for the nice donation earlier. I very much appreciate it. It will be put to good use for, you know, do stuff for the channel and everything. That's what all my money goes towards right now on this. So thank you again. But I am Mr. Spicy. I will see you guys next time.